Hey everybody. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. It's Saturday, and I've been laying around all day really, and not feeling great. But anyway, I wanted to make a quick video because I was watching a YouTube video, um, and let me say this: uh, I absolutely love um Heavy Duty Country, his YouTube channel. I think he's a good man. I think he's hilarious, and I love his views on gun control and disarming us legal Americans that are allowed to have pistols and rifles and stuff like that. So this video is not to bash him or anything like that. And if you were to see this, I hope to God you understand. This is just my opinion, and I'm not trying to bash you. He was doing a video on the Texas shooting that hadn't been long happened at the taco stand, and where one of the patriots pulled out a fully loaded pistol, which he had every right to do, and he shot the robber. Uh, Ended up killing him. I don't have a problem with him shooting him, even though he did have a fake gun. He was robbing people at that time. He did not know that that gun was fake. So that right there is justifiable in my book. What I disagree with Heavy Duty Country is after the gentleman exited the building, he fell, uh, and that should have been the end of the story. Obviously, he put rounds at very close range in his back, 4 shots, which, in my opinion, would be lethal. Uh, when he fell like he did, I could see, standing over him, maybe getting the gun away from him, which he did. He took the gun away. You can see it in other videos. He slings it, bam, and busts that gun all to pieces is what I'm hearing. Because he found out it was fake, and he just killed a man. What I disagree with heavy country on is, or heavy duty country, sorry, is when the man was already down, um, he wasn't a threat anymore. The man was down. He got his gun, and you could plainly see that he had it because he throwed it. What I'm getting at is uh, he didn't have no right to shoot him 4 more times, and then go up behind him and shoot him in the back of the head. That to me was uncalled for. Uh, Shooting somebody in self-defense is a whole lot different than getting mad and executing them. Uh, he had time to think in his head, should I shoot him in the back of the head? I can only imagine what's going through his head. I've been involved in self-defense shootings. I was in the Marine Corps. I've fired at enemy before. I've been in law enforcement. I've had to discharge my duty gun. So we were trained to keep firing if we thought the threat was still there, if it still existed. Uh, Law enforcement is trained, you keep firing till that threat is neutralized. Neutralized to me is somebody on the ground that is not still trying to maneuver a gun, which I don't think this dude was. I mean, he knew it was fake when he went into the taco stand to rob it or to rob the customers. Why he did that, I don't know. I don't have a clue. That was stupid on his part, and he paid a price for it. Uh, but like I said, we're trained to shoot until we feel the threat is neutralized. The dude on the ground, um, we really don't have a clear picture. I don't think there's even any video of what happened outside. I don't know if you can really tell what happened outside. Um, we will probably never know why he shot this man or this young boy or a young man 4 more times in the back. But what I don't understand is basically the coup de grace to the back of the head. That was uncalled for. I don't think he had a right to do that. I've never seen a police officer or a deputy or a state trooper or any branch that I'm aware of and that I have seen on dash cam videos of any type of branch of law enforcement, why a subject is down, go up and shoot them 4 more times and then execute them in the back of the head with a shot in the back of the head. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I don't like. I don't like somebody taking and being the judge and executioner, and that's what I'm getting at. This dude, he had every right to defend himself and the people around him. He done a great job. But when the dude left the building and was running away, I don't see it necessary to shoot while he's on the ground 4 more times and then go up behind him. I mean, everybody has said, he was on the ground. He was basically dying, is what it was. His shots, those 4 shots in the taco stand, were deadly shots. They were on target. I mean, if you look at this dude, he done excellent. He really did. He done great. I mean, he was holding his pistol firmly. He got good arm extension. He was really aiming. I'm not doubting that he put 4 stoppable shots and fatal shots in this man's back. What I'm getting at is I don't see it necessary while he was on the ground. Probably, no, it sounds bad, but probably gasping his last breaths to go up and shoot him 4 more times in the back and then sit there and take careful aim and put an extra round in the back of his head. What the man done that robbed the place was wrong. What he got is what he deserved. He while he was in there robbing people, he got what he deserved. When the threat was neutralized, is what I'm saying, after those 4 shots, and I feel like it was. After those 4 shots were fired and he's out and he's no longer a threat, it should have ended there. But it didn't. He took it upon himself to be the judge and the executioner. Even though it's on video, every American has a right to face their accusers and to have a non-biased jury or judge. You are innocent until proven guilty. And what this man sit here and said was, you know what, you're guilty. I'm going to take and sentence you to death. And that's exactly what he done. Even this young man's mother got on national television and sit there and said, I don't blame him for what he done. My son done something wrong. He shouldn't have done what he done. But why did he have to take and basically abuse his corpse after he was down? And that's what I'm getting at too. He had every right to do what he done while he was in the store. When he walked outside and was running away, it's just like anybody else. If that's the fact, why did they take and put a police officer in South Carolina in jail for shooting a man 8 times in the back while he was running away? They put him in jail, and he was a police officer. They convicted him. I think they finally got him for manslaughter. I'm not for sure. But same thing. The man was running. The officer was supposedly in fear for his life, and he stopped and shot the man 8 or 9 times in the back. This applies to this situation. If that South Carolina police officer was guilty of shooting somebody in the back while they're running away, why isn't this dude going to be charged for the same crime? I know everything is bigger and badder in Texas, and trust me, I know I'm married to a Texas woman. She was born in Houston, Texas. She was raised basically all over Texas, Crystal City, right down the road from Uvalde, and where else in Texas? She was partly raised in Houston. Um, she was partly raised outside or lived outside of El Paso. So she's got family and she's been all over Texas. And she was partly raised in Bisbee, Arizona also. So I've been to Texas several times to go see family and stuff like that. I know how Texas people think. And it's not far off from Georgia people. We view their beliefs just like we view ours. You know, we have the right to defend ourselves. We have the right to defend our property, and Texas feels the same way. Uh, but this just, I really didn't want to make a video just yet until we seen what was going to happen, until the rest of the evidence gets out. This just happened, so the video coming out is not shocking at all. It's not shocking, but there's more to this story that we don't know, and that will come out in a later date. They're still investigating it. They're still looking into things. They're probably still going over camera footage from other buildings. We'll know more. But what I'm saying as of right now, I don't see the extra 5 shots as necessary, especially the one shot to the back of the head. I don't know how you cut it. I don't know. I don't care how you look at it. I don't care how many people are fed up of being robbed or being assaulted. This has nothing to do with that. This has to do with this incident and this incident only. Somebody lost their life. Would he have died if he didn't fire those extra 4 or 5 shots? We'll never know. My honest opinion, as close as the man was to him when he let off his first volley of 4 shots, I don't think so. I don't think that the young man stood a chance. We'll never know. We'll never know if law enforcement would have showed up quicker. We'll never know if EMS would have showed up, quicker. And I want y'all to keep this in mind. EMS is not allowed to go in to what law enforcement calls a uncontrolled scene. A lot of people don't understand that. They think, well, shots have been fired, EMS is going to go in and get people out. No, it does not work that way. For one, EMS is not armed. And it would be very tragic for them to get accidentally shot by somebody while they're trying to go in and help. So that is one reason why you don't see EMS just coming in. You see a lot of police, but you don't see ambulance. That's one of the reasons. Police officers or deputies or any law enforcement agency, they're going to take and get that scene under control. Make sure it is safe for EMS to come in. Then they will radio 911 and they'll sit there and go, everything's code for EMS could come in. So if you ever, and God forbid that you do, if you ever see anything like that happen, a stabbing, a shooting, anything like that, you don't see EMS just come flying in with the police officers. They usually got them staged, maybe a block away, so it don't take them near as long to get there. But they just can't roll up on that scene and jump out in the middle of a crowd where a shooting or a stabbing had just happened, because they're not armed. There's no way to protect themselves. So that's one reason. Remember that. If you ever see, and God forbid, you ever see a shooting or a stabbing and you're wondering why EMS, police are here, but there's no fire department, there's no EMS, that's why. police have to ensure that EMS is going to be okay to come in and start treating people. It does nobody any good if EMS is part of a situation where EMS is a victim now and not a savior, if you want to call it that way, or a helper. So, but like I said, it's nothing. I'm not trying to bash heavy duty country. I just don't agree on the 5 shots that the dude done, and I don't agree with his logic on why he done it. People are fed up with getting robbed and fed up with this and I can imagine, people are fed up. People in the state of Georgia are fed up with it. But there's a difference between self-defense and vigilante. And I think this dude took it a little bit too far. But like I said, we won't know until police release all of their evidence. And that probably won't happen until trial. Or until they sit there and come out, you know what, we're not going to charge him. If they don't charge this dude with at least, to be honest, I don't know what they would charge him with. Does he need to be charged? Does it need to go in front of a jury for those final 5 shots? I think so. I think a jury should see and let them be the judge of was this justified or not. I say the 4 shots in the building was justified. We don't know what happened outside the building. What I'm saying is, from my perspective, the dude's already hurt. He's running away. I'm pretty sure he's not going to turn back around and start shooting at you. Anything could happen. Granted, anything could happen. But in cases that I have seen and I've been a part of, somebody gets shot in the back, even with their adrenaline up. It's not fun. And you don't want to stick around. You're going to start panicking because you're starting to hurt. You're starting to, well, I can't catch my breath. I'm pretty sure that maybe 1 or 2 of those shots probably hit his lungs. He's going to get short of breath. His lungs are going to start filling up with blood. He may have had blood already coming a little bit out of his nose and mouth. He's not going to want to stick around and fight and shoot it out with somebody. He's going to want to go get help because he knows he's hurt. He knows something's not right, and he knows that he needs to get help or he's going to die. And take it from somebody that's been shot before. It's not fun. You don't want to stick around. You want to get help as soon as possible because everybody knows their own body and everybody knows their limits of their body. And somebody that has almost drowned before, it's basically the same thing, being shot in the lungs or being stabbed in the lungs. It's just like drowning. You'll start gurgling. You can't catch your breath. You'll start hyperventilating, trying to get a good breath. Some people may push up and do their necks like this after they've been shot in the back like that, or even in the throat. They'll push up with their hands like that while they're laying flat on their stomach, legs stretched out, or however they may have it. But what they're trying to do when they do this and do that is they're trying to get their airway clear, thinking they're able to get a better breath of air. And it's sad. I've seen it several times. It's not a pretty picture. It's not a pretty picture. And I'm pretty sure that's probably what happened to this fella, is short of breath. He has blood in his lungs, and not a good way to die. Not a good way to die. Did the dude have every right to shoot him? Yes, he did. He had every right to put 4 slugs in him while he was in the building. But when he was running away, hurt, and he fell down, collapsed, that tells me right there that his shots were deadly. His shots hit his lungs probably, could have easily, more than likely, hit a artery, and he's bleeding out. And you can only go so far being that hurt. Uh, I don't see where the other 4 or 5 shots would have been justified. I don't see it. But that's just me. That's just me. And I'm telling you my experiences of wartime and being in law enforcement. I don't see the extra 4 shots being necessary. With that being said, like I said, Heavy Duty Country is awesome. I love that dude. He makes me laugh. I love watching his videos, and I'm subscribed to him. And I think everybody else should go subscribe to him too. You know, he brings up a lot of good points. It's just this 1 out of a million videos of his that I agree to up to a point. I don't agree to the coup de grace shot and the other 4 shots while he's outside after he collapsed. I disagree until we know more. Put it to you that way. Till we know the rest of the story. And trust me, there is going to be more to the story than what we know right now. We may not find out until 6 months to a year. It could be 2 years. Let's just wait and see before we sit there and say, hey, he was justified or he wasn't justified. I'm just telling you what I think. And I don't think the other 4 or 5 shots would have been justified in my eyes. I've seen buddies of mine that have gotten to officer-involved shootings, and I've seen video something similar to this, and with a 9mm. And no, it didn't blow his lungs out, President Idiot Biden, but it wasn't good. But anyway, with that being said, I just want to make a quick video because I disagree. And that's it. Everybody's got their opinions, and everybody's going to have their own opinions. And unfortunately, I don't agree with his opinion on the other 4 or 5 shots that the gentleman took, especially the one in the back of the head. I find it unnecessary. And while he was on the ground, I don't find it necessary either. So, but that's my opinion. You know, everybody's got their own. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a good Saturday, and I hope you all are doing well, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Be safe out there.